Okay.
All right, I think we stopped at ternary operators. Yeah.
Coming, where's Tenary operators?
All right. So ternary operators actually is to like fulfill certain conditions basically. So it's more like a shorter version of the if else statement basically. So Mr. Dam, please can you help us copy this thing to your text editor? All right. Hey, boss. All right. So here now we assigned the variable of is a raining, the value of true. So now if we remember what I said earlier, I said when you assign something a value of true, it is a truthy value, right? So using a ternary operator now, we now want to check is raining, is it true or is it false? Basically. So now here now it said is raining. The question mark is if basically. So it's asking a question, is raining. Is it true? So if is raining is true, that's that question mark. Console.log, you need a raincoat. Then the colon basically is saying else. So that means if it is not true, console.log, you need no need for a raincoat. Basically. So that's what standard operators mean. So basically, the question mark represents your if statement that is trying to find out if that condition is actually a true condition or a false condition. So the question mark is telling you if this condition is true, is it true? Then bring out this output. But then the colon now is not telling you that okay, if it is not true, give me this other output. Are you getting? So now that's why, because is raining was applied or given the value of true, we got the output of you need a raincoat. I hope you guys get that. That's why we got the value of you need a raincoat. But then at even we are like, for example, now here, assigning is raining the value of false. So now if you gave is raining the value of false, the first condition will be ignored. Are you getting? The first condition will be ignored. That is raining true? You get? But now because the is raining has been given the value of false, the second condition is going to be the one that is actually logged or outputted. That's your else statement saying console.log, no need for a raincoat. That is telling you no need for a raincoat. So the ternary operator is just is more like another way of finding out conditions. For example, now let's say okay, let's ignore this is raining. Now let's say I'm assigning a value of am I a girl, or is a girl is a girl equal to true. Then and I use I used is a girl, then I use question mark, then console.log, yes you are a girl. Then the else will be console.log, no you are a boy. I hope you guys get that. So now because I have assigned yes you are a girl to the value of true, I will get the first value. Okay, let's Sadami just try that thing out. All right. So you can see now. Now let's say that that is raining. Let's give that is raining the value of is a girl, or is a girl then. Yes. So now, as you can see now, using ternary operators. All right. So now here now, I created a variable of is a girl, and I said I assigned it the value of true. That means is a girl is what? It's a truth value. That means is a girl is true, right? So now I now want to apply it to a ternary operator. Then I said is a girl. That is a girl statement at first is more like my question. Are you getting? So now the question mark is representing, okay, oh, is a girl, is it true? Is she a girl? So the console.log at the beside the question mark is the condition to be met. That is the output to bring out if that condition is true. Are you getting? So now, is she a girl? Console.log, you are a girl. So now, if the code, if the program runs through this and sees that, oh, is a girl is not true, if it is false, if it is equal to false now, it will now ignore this first condition because is a girl is not true. Are you getting? It will now go to this else, that is this colon part, else, that is if she's not a girl, oh, bring out you are a boy. Are you getting that? I hope you guys get that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so that's what ternary operators are. If you don't want to use the if else, use ternary operators basically. For short ones, though, if else is actually better if you're doing like complex and serious codes basically. So on to the next. Operator precedence. Okay, so basically, I would actually advise that you guys go and research about it, but let me just touch on it a bit, a bit. So basically now we have identified that we have different types of operators, Abby. But then there's this rule as well in programming, that there are some operators that actually have higher hierarchy or higher precedence compared to others. Are you getting? Like some operators, if used together, one would be recognized first before the other one is recognized. I hope you get that. So now, basically, operator precedence is just talking about the fact that that there are some operators that actually have higher recognition, or should I say higher power compared to the other ones that would be carried out first before the other ones basically. So now an example of this is okay, let's use this thing that Mr. Dami wrote. This 3 minus 4 times 5 minus okay. So now in according to precedence basically now, um the anything that is inside the bracket sign has higher precedence compared to the other operators. So if you put or if you are carrying out an equation and there is a bracket in that your equation, the first thing that will be carried out is that bracket equation. So that means in this case now, the system will first calculate 5 plus 3. Are you getting that? So it will first calculate 5 plus 3. Then after calculating 5 plus 3, the next with the higher precedence level is the multiplication sign. Are you getting? So now bracket has the higher precedence than multiplication. So bracket will be calculated first. Then multiplication has higher precedence compared to the other ones. So it will be calculated next. So now we'll get 4 times 5, right? So after 4 times 5 has been calculated, yes, let's do that calculation first. Let's write the result of this calculation. 4 times 5 is 20. 5 plus 3 is 8. Okay. So now, we have gotten this now. So I've gotten this. Another thing that I think we need to point out again is that every arithmetic operator has left association. So now that here now we don't have any issue of precedence because we are dealing with two minuses, right? So now another thing we need to pay attention to is that arithmetic operators calculate starting from the left. So now we would have to first calculate 3 minus 20. I hope you get that. We first calculate 3 minus 20. That's you start from the left. You start your calculation from the left. So you calculate 3 minus 20. After calculating 3 minus 20, then you calculate the result of 3 minus 20 minus 8. I hope you get that. So now, basically, this precedence thing, this operator's precedence thing is that, okay, precedence is more important. Like it is considered first when you have a serious equation. That is a equation that has different operators. Precedence considered first. Then, if you now have an equation where you have the same arithmetic operator, you actually consider the association of that operator. For example, now, Sadami, please add the explanation this thing to this thing. Yes, use explanation instead of minus. Like the result of this, use explanation instead of minus. Yes. Yeah, 3 explanation, 4, then 4 explanation, whatever. Let's have like 2 different explanation calculation. Sorry, just like let's make everything only explanation calculations. I want to identify something. Sorry. Yes, let's remove that bracket thing. Yes. Yes, something like that. Yeah. Okay. So now, I told you, I said all arithmetic operators have left association, that is, they start their calculation from the left. But there's an exception for the explanation operator. If you are doing a calculation and you find something like this, that everything is an explanation, you have to actually start from the right. So that means the first calculation that would be done here now is 5 explanation 3. After which it will now do 4 explanation the result of 5 explanation 3. So that's how explanation works actually. Yeah. So it starts from the right.
Well, someone with a calculator should tell me what 4 raised to power 125 is.
You say?
Someone with a calculator should tell me what 4 raised to power 125 is. Because
Oh, yeah. Who has a calculator?
I don't.
Like what the forest power what?
125.
Okay. That's wow, that's huge.
Yeah. So now basically I think the thing just rounded up the whole answer instead of giving us story for the gods. But yeah, what I'm just trying to explain is when you are carrying out any arithmetic operation or calculation, you have to actually consider the precedence of all these operators, basically. So now you have to know that bracket sign comes first. It's going to be calculated first before your multiplication sign. Then your plus sign will be calculated before your minus sign. Actually, you guys can research about that. Like it is better and easier if you guys practice it yourselves, basically. Then apart from the precedence, if we have a situation where we have multiple operators that are the same, that's when we have issues of association. Then we consider, oh, is the calculation coming from the left or is it coming from the right, basically, like what we did here. So I said all arithmetic operators calculate from the left, while the explanation calculates from the right. I hope you get that. Then, apart from arithmetic operators, we have the assignment operators too. Assignment operators too also are applicable in this operator precedence thing. For example, now let's say we have A equal to B equal to uh C equal to 5. Yes, A equal to B equal to C equal to 5. Now, here now, the assignment operator is actually like look considering the distance from the right, basically. So now it is saying that this thing is the same thing as C equal to 5. Are you getting it? It's the same thing as C equal to 5. Then that B equal to the C. I hope you get. C is 5, Abby. Then B equal to 5 too because C is 5. I hope you get
You
that.
can speak with me.
Then A is equal to B too because B is equal to C equals 5. I hope
A
you get that.
a
Sorry,
laptop
I
went
don't
off.
want to be writing. I don't want to say sorry for the God. Okay, Saddam, put everything in a bracket. Put C
Oh,
equals 5 in a bracket.
no,
Then put
just I was
B.
logging on now. I have a class I'm
Uh-huh.
supposed to take by five,
Yes.
Abby.
Then B into another
But I'm
bracket,
coming
covering the C
online.
equals 5 as well.
I should do what? Can you repeat, please?
Yeah, like put the B into a bracket too, like with the C equal to 5. Yes. So this is just it.
Oh, I don't know.
Now
Set for
looking at when we consider the precedence of this thing, like this is actually the same
Game
thing.
at
Like what we
exactly.
did the other time, just the same thing. That is, when you write something like this, the program will first save 5 inside C.
Oh,
When it has saved 5 inside C, it will now save C inside B. And you know C already contains 5. So it will now save C inside B. So B will contain C and it will contain 5. Then it is now saving everything inside A. So that's just basically it. That's just it simply, basically. So you can read more about the whole rules of operator precedence. But that's it in a basic form, basically. I hope you guys get that. Or you have any question? Please ask
Ma,
questions.
I have a question.
Okay.
I have a question. Like, is it like board mass? Board mass
Eh,
mathematics.
eh, maybe something like that, I guess. Since in board mass, you have to remove the brackets too before you calculate. But I guess this is JavaScript board mass.
Okay, ma.
Yeah, but I think you should just like read more about it, then you understand better. I think, yeah. Just go to, like, click on that link on the resource stuff, so you'll be able to like get it more and watch YouTube videos too.
All right.
It would be,
All right. Fine.
yeah, so it's something like board maths according to, but more, yes, more rules. So it has more rules. It has like for example now, all this, if you have multiple operators that are the same in a equation, you have to consider this and that and that. So JavaScript can be crazy sometimes. So you just need to read more about it, I guess. Um, going on a bit, going further, Denny. Okay. So we have window methods. So I think we all know about the alert method now. Um, we said, as you have seen at the beginning, the alert method displays an alert box with a specified message and an OK button. So so the alert box basically like creates a message, or should I say an information message at the top of your browser, basically. And you create an alert by writing alert into brackets, then put your message inside. And then you are going to see it in your browser welcoming you, basically. But then it can be actually annoying and very hard, because once you have used an alert in your code, the rest of the code will not run unless you have actually pressed OK at that top of your browser and cancel the alert. So most of the time it's not actually like advisable that you use alert a lot of the times. So we have the Windows prompt method as well. The Windows prompt method displays a prompt box with an input on your browser to take input values, and the input data can be stored in a variable. So basically, we use prompts to actually like receive information from the users, basically. So imagine, okay, I want to know the age of this person. Then you use the prompt method basically to find out or receive an input from the user. So the prompt method is you use prompts, the prompts property, then it takes on arguments, that is whatever you want to put inside, that is required text and optional text. So required text is like, oh, enter your age, you get. Then probably your optional text is putting in extras basically, but required text is actually the only thing that is needed. Mr. Adam, can you please copy this code and put it on this thing so that they'll get you like, yeah. Oh, let's create a, let's put inside a variable and console.log it. Yeah, let's put what's your name or something in there. So this optional text is more like your placeholder. You get, it can include, or e.g. so or e.g. if you're asking for email, probably e.g. so at gmail.com or something like that. So it's not like compulsory, but it might add this thing to your code. So let's console.log it. I don't think the coca is going to like bring out the prompts, is it? Mm-hmm. So as you can see now, it said this is a prompt box, basically giving you the opportunity to like input a data into your browser. I hope you guys get that. So that's what the prompt box is used for. So like when you want to get input from your this thing. So now what's your name? You put Dami. When you put okay, your console is going to read Dami. You see that how much console full. So you see the result of your inputs on your console basically. So that's what the prompt box do. You can practice it actually. It's actually straightforward. Yeah, text editor. What text editor? All right. I hope you guys get the whole idea of the prompt thing, or you don't get it. Hello?
Get
Somebody
it.
should talk.
I
Oh,
get it.
you get it. I'll be okay. All right. So, what's the next one? Okay, the window confirm method. So this confirm method is more like, should I say a more like you are trying to get feedback, more like a feedback thing. Like, okay, if you want to like find out does, for example, okay, somebody's trying to delete something on the page and or on their profile. You know those things that will come up and say, oh, are you sure you want to actually delete this thing? Or are you sure you want to submit? Are you sure? Or something like that. So the Windows confirm method is actually like used to actually like ask permission for a user to actually execute something. For example, now, okay, the user has inputted something. Abby, they have inputted it. So now they are pressed okay, but then you want to actually confirm, are they sure they are into this or they are ready for this thing to run? So that's what the Windows confirm method is used for. For example, now in this thing, I said const agree equal to confirm. Are you sure you'd like to delete? You get. So now this is like asking for permission for your browser to actually like execute whatever you are actually carrying out or doing. It's more like when you want to delete a picture now. You know, when you want to delete a picture, then you have pressed delete already. So now the browser now will not just go to delete or just delete it straight. It will ask you that, are you sure you want to delete this thing? You get, just for confirmation. That's what the Windows confirm method is used for. So do we need to copy this thing and show? Let's show. Let's copy and show. All right, let's copy and show. So now it said, are you sure you'd like to delete? If you press OK, your console will now show you true or false. So now it will show you true if the person has agreed that, okay, they want to delete this stuff. But then to show false if the person press cancel. Like now, okay, I want to, they said, are you sure? Are you sure you'd like to delete? If you press cancel, the thing will say false. So that means you are not giving the program the permission to actually execute whatever was about to execute. I hope you guys get that. Yeah. So on to the next. We don't have a lot of time. It's almost time to pray. All right. So we have the date objects. So now they said time is an important thing. We like to know the time a certain activity or event or a certain activity or event. In JavaScript, current time and date is created using the JavaScript date objects. The object we create using date objects provides many methods to work with dates and time. So in JavaScript, it actually works with date and time. Sometimes you might want to find out somebody's age or calculate somebody's full age or know the current year, the current time, current second, and use it to manipulate certain things. So that's why we have the date objects. So we have different ways to actually like find out or to manipulate the dates or find out date informations in JavaScript. We have get full year, which helps you to actually get the year in 4-digit numbers. For example, now get full year would actually return our current year to you basically. So we have get months to give you the months, get date to give you the day as a number, that is what is today gone gone. Get hours give you our current hour, but get hour is usually calculated like an index, not, you get, like, index starts from zero now to this thing. So we know our normal hour is 24, but being a JavaScript thing, it would actually start from zero, then the last hour will now be 23 instead of 24. So now zero will represent like the first hour, you get, just, and minutes too is the same thing. Zero will represent the first minutes, while 59 represents 60 minutes, basically. Just like seconds too, same thing. Yeah, seconds too, same thing. Seconds, we have 60 seconds make 1 minute, but then in JavaScript, 59 seconds make 1 minute, basically. So zero is the beginning, is the first second, while 59 is our last second. Then we have milliseconds, we have get time, then we have get day. So let's actually like get our hands dirty, basically. This one is just an intro. Okay. So now, once they said, if we want to like get our data and all like that, we have to actually create a time object. We have to create a time object. So a time object is like the thing that will actually help us to actually like get more information about date, time, and everything like that. So to create a time object, we actually use new date. We use the new date value, basically, like it is here now. Const now equals to new dates. Can Mr. Adam please copy that?
Okay. Multiple.
All right. So now here now, this const new dates. This const now equals to new dates. No, let's first do console.log now first before we do get full year. So now this time object now, it's giving us our current time, current dates, current year, and everything like that. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So this new dates option just basically like gives you um time at its current form, basically. So today is Sunday, April 17th, 2022, and it is giving you the current hour, the current minutes, and the current second. If we reload this old stuff now, the time would actually have changed from how it was a few seconds ago, basically. So that's the what the new date function does. So then if you want to check new year, you want to check the current year, we use the time object dot the get full year value. So basically now we did now dot get full year. That's where we are getting 2022 now, basically. I hope you are getting that. That's how we're getting 2022. That's how we're getting 2022. So if we want to get our current month too, we use now dot get month. Yeah. Yeah. So now this thing is saying 3. Now I want you guys to know this. It is saying 3, but then in a index format. If we do now the get months plus 1, it will give us the normal months. You get what I'm trying to say? So basically now it's just calculating the months from 0. So 0 represents January, while 1 represents February. So we are at the 4th month, but according to JavaScript, it is the 3rd, because it is calculating what? It's calculating the months from 0, basically. I hope you guys get that. So if you see 3, don't think it is macho. It's actually calculating from
Yeah, I'm
0.
happy.
So are you guys getting that?
Yes, ma.
Okay, okay. So if you want to get the current R2, we use now dot get R, just like we saw in the table. Use now dot get R. So now it's telling us that we are at the 15th hour. Basically, we know now we are at around 3 now, and 3 represents 15, right? So let's say we want to get the minutes, we'll do now dot get minutes. So it's just on and on like that. If you want to get seconds too, yeah. So it's telling us that we are currently at 53rd minutes. So we are at 3:53 basically. So if we want to get the seconds that we are in, so we use now dot get seconds. So now it's telling us that the seconds have counted up to 43 now. So if you want to get milliseconds, we know milliseconds are like less than seconds basically. So use now dot get milliseconds. Then we have another function that we call get time. Basically, we have the get time function. So get time would calculate the amount of seconds starting from the 1st of January 1970 to start from January 1st, 1970. That's when it will be calculating from. So it will calculate that time to now. That's the amount of seconds it calculates. So basically, most of the time, people are always like, "Ah, what do I want to use this one for?" Most of the times, actually, even me, I was questioning that. But then many developers actually use it. They use it to make comparisons, basically. For example, now let's create a variable now with my name. Let's let Ade equal to. So let's put his age now. Mm. Let's say yeah, now no. Mm, now date, yeah. Now no, new date. Sorry. Yeah, new date. What's wrong? Is it network? Link up on.
You can't see anything.
I be that bracket, sorry.
Can you see the screen?
That bracket. The network is bad.
Hello, can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can see the screen. I can see the screen. Okay. So now inside that date, like it inside it, let's put the person's year. Let's put let's say the person was born in 2008. Yeah, 2008, comma, like, yeah, which date should I put? Probably like 12th or something. 12th. Should I put April or March? Should I say? I'm just trying to put, yeah, put March or something.
I should type match in it.
Yes. Is it that the thing is not organized or what? Because I'm trying to like write some kind of, or is it?
Match is a word, a string or something, or it's a form of variable actually.
Mm-mm. What I'm trying to do is give this person like create his own um this thing, his own birth dates. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Thing you were telling me earlier today, huh?
Yeah, I did it. I've forgotten how I did it the other time.
I mean, I've not yet tried it, so I don't even know.
Let me let me try to remember. Oh, okay. Everything is supposed to be in number form. Sorry. So yeah,
Yeah,
everything is supposed to be in number form.
that was why I was asking that match itself.
Yeah. It's supposed to be in number form. So let's say 2008 now. Months basically. Then we'll give it let's say, which date should I give it to? March 25th. Yes, let's say 25th. Yeah, let's give it an hour of, let's just put any hour, second, and a minute and second. Let's just put any minute, second, and hour. I'm just trying to do something. Probably 30. See, how many hours do we have in? Yeah, let's say
23.
then yes, then how many minutes? Let's say like 12 minutes, then probably 40 seconds or something. Okay. So now we have given this person this dates basically. So now let's create another person and give this person this same dates as their birthday. Let's create probably Ola and give him this exact same dates. All right. So now, if we wanted to make a comparison between these two, now you know that they are actually of the same birth dates, like they were born on the same day, literally, like the same month, the same second, and everything like that. But then let's do it now. Let's do console.log ade equal to Ola. So have you seen it? Sorry, I'm showing. Ade equal to Ola. You see that I said false now. Although they have the same literally the same value inside of them and everything, it's still saying that it is false. Why? Because JavaScript considers each of them different variables basically. So it doesn't actually give a fuck if they actually have the same this thing. So now let's create some kind of let's create a let's ignore that one. Just do ade dot get time. uh is equal to ola dot get time. Okay. So now this is supposed to return true. Yeah. Why did it return true? Now I use the get time this thing to actually calculate their dates from 1st of January 1970, calculating it to seconds. So now because ade.get time return the same second as ola.get time, I'm able to actually say that the both of them are true. So the get time function is not completely useless, I guess, since I did that. I hope you guys get that. Sorry for my whole story for the God started.
Yes, ma. I get it.
Yes, ma, I get it, but I have a question, ma.
Okay, okay.
Considering the equal to sign,
Yeah.
when you said Ade and Ola, I think they should be true since they are of the same values. I think the double equal to is to check their values. But why is it bringing out false?
It's bringing out false because it considers the two of them as different variables. I hope you guys get, like, they are different variables basically. It doesn't see them as the same thing. Even if they have the same value, they're actually different variables. I hope you get that. Sorry.
Yes, ma, yes.
It's not like I'm as like this thing now, this whole now. I'm not just putting one particular data type inside that they will not say, okay, I'm checking the value. If you look at it now, I am using the new date function, or should I say the new dates this thing. I hope you are getting that. So it is not looking at kí ni mo fẹ́ sọ o?
Can I add a bit to what you're
Need to
saying?
help me out. I don't know how I can explain this
The thing is,
basically.
this day is a this one here. Let me use my okay. So this date is like an object. It's a date object. So this one has its own object. This one also has its own object. So it's like you are saying that this object is equal to this object. It's almost like you are saying two twins are equal to each other. They are not equal to each other because they have different identity. I think the only way they can be equal to each other is if you now attribute something like to give the same reference point. If they have a particular reference point, for example, if I say let Tolu be equal to Ade. So now because they have the same reference point, if I say is Ade equal to Tolu, I'm coming. Let me even check. It will return true because Tolu now has the same reference point as Ade, exactly as Ade. But here Ade and Ola, they have two different reference points, especially because this date is an object, is a date object with many methods inside it to make it easier for programmers to be able to get time methods and so on and so forth. But this date itself is an object. That is how objects are basically. I It's the assignment though. Oh, okay. I think I still have 5 more minutes. Yes, let's try it. Yes. Oh, let me end this class first. If others want to try this, try themselves.